Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 6. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Welcome everyone. I'm Whitney Ward anchoring from home tonight. As this coronavirus pandemic persists, contact tracers here in Spokane County are overwhelmed. There are about 20 who already work in the regional health district, and it is now contracting with an additional 35.
As COVID-19 cases increase significantly every day, the program manager explained to KREM 2's Amanda Rowley how they're shifting their strategy now.
What would you say has been the most challenging part of contact tracing in Spokane County?
It is, I would say, volume of cases has a direct impact on ability to do contact tracing. We assume that every case probably can name between 7 and 10 people that they've had contact with. So when we're at 514 cases yesterday, that means we're at 5,000 contacts.
With that current situation, I mean, you mentioned 5,000 contacts. What does that conversation look like now?
It's very brief. It has been brief for some time now since we've been at these really big numbers. The contacts that we want to directly follow up with are people that have been the case has exposures in a high-risk setting. So congregate living is a really good example right now, which includes shelters, long-term care environments. So that's really our shift in focus. And then for all of the other contacts, that contact tracing is still being encouraged to happen. But like you mentioned, we really would like to support cases in reaching out to their own contacts.
Is there a scenario that seems most common of how they're contracting it? Are they gathering at these parties? I guess, what's the most common way you've seen?
At small gatherings, I think people are doing, in general, an okay job of limiting not being part of big celebrations, but even a smaller celebration of 5 or 10 people, of people that are not part of their daily household.
What do you find to be the most frustrating part of this process now 8 months into this pandemic?
I think the biggest frustration is that much of what we're seeing in terms of case numbers increasing is largely preventable if we are being diligent as a community to the protective measures.
Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
So on that note, let's take a look at the latest numbers. Spokane Regional Health today reporting 289 new cases. 8 new deaths were also reported, with at least one of those deaths happening today. 114 people are currently hospitalized. To date, more than 15,000 cases have been confirmed countywide. And as we look across the state line over in North Idaho, the Panhandle Health District is reporting 248 new coronavirus cases today. That brings their total number to almost 9,000. No new deaths, though, have been reported today. Currently, though, 68 people are hospitalized.
In other local headlines at this hour, 4 children missing since 2012 have been found in Coeur d'Alene by U.S. Marshals. Their mother, who did not have custody of them, was also arrested. That's according to the Department of Justice.
So the mother, we know, allegedly abducted her 4 children in Calabasas, California. They say it happened more than 8 years ago, and it came after a judge granted full custody of those kids to her ex-husband. Authorities say she and her new husband then disappeared with the children, ages 7, 9, 11, and 12 at the time. An investigation led to the discovery of the mom and those missing kids living at an RV park in Coeur d'Alene.
All right, let's talk weather. We could be seeing a decent amount of snowfall in our area passes tonight. Stevens Pass, in fact, could pick up nearly 12 inches of snow. And Tom, do you think Turkey Day will start dry or with snow?
I think we're going to see Thursday dry, but tonight, late tonight and tomorrow on Wednesday, we could see some snow and rain showers. Can I just do a quick thank you here to our friends? This is the Spokane County GOP. They made a very generous donation to Tom's Turkey Drive, and I want to thank them on the air. They wrote us today and said, hey, we want to send you guys a check. And they say they're donating. They want to join others to make a difference in the lives of our citizens that may be struggling, especially this year. So they are now feeding 50 families a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner. And to Spokane County GOP, we say thank you very, very much. Lots of folks to thank on this show tonight, so I hope you'll bear with me. We've got some other great groups that have really stepped up to help folks this Thanksgiving. Well, we're at 38 degrees right now under cloudy skies. Look at all of the rain on the west side of the state. You heard Mark talking about the snow in the mountains and the Cascades. It's going to be tough traveling. Probably a good holiday to maybe stay at home. And when you take a look over here in eastern Washington, we're looking for a chance of light snow overnight with a low of 31. We'll look for a chance of early morning snow tomorrow, then changing over to a rain-snow mix, and especially for viewers south of Spokane. I think the Palouse is going to see some light snow, and I also think we're going to see some over in areas of northern Idaho. For the weekend, it looks dry. 43 on Saturday, 41 on Sunday. I'll check the rest of your 10-day forecast, all coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. And you mentioned the turkey drive. We had long lines and thousands of families picking up turkey meals today. And it definitely showed the high need for food assistance here in the Inland Northwest. So Tom's Turkey Drive happens every year. The distribution looked very different, though, this year. The drive-through event, though, was a big success, and it means that 11,000 families will now have a Thanksgiving dinner. The National Guard, which helped plan this event, also says some people were there waiting for a meal well before 4 o'clock this morning.
Some of us are less fortunate than others, so this is so much appreciated, and we love how you guys do this every year.
Those meals were all made possible because of the donations to Tom's Turkey Drive this year. So we are working on the final exact numbers, but we do know there will be some money left over to help support Second Harvest and the increasing need for food assistance right now. Numbers of folks who are accessing food are just up dramatically. We'll hear that later on in the show as well. But if you were not able to make it to our distribution today and you do still need a Thanksgiving meal, all you have to do is text the word turkey to 509-448-2000 and we'll make sure to send you a link to a list of additional resources.
I think there's some misconception that we buy hundreds of people a year.
Coming up a little bit later tonight, an in-depth look at the Spokane Police K-9 program. As calls continue for police reform here in our community, some city leaders believe there should be a shorter leash on those dogs, as well as how they are used. We're going to break down both sides, still to come tonight.
And just moments ago, WSU's AD Pat Chun provided an update on the football team's COVID-19 issues. Our Brenna Green will have the latest coming up after the break.